We have Dumbo, Aladdin, Lion King, now Mulan's on her way.
It is my duty to fight.
Oh yeah, Beauty and the Beast.
Waking up to say.
You might be asking yourself by now, what's with all these remakes that Disney keeps kicking out, and when's it all gonna stop? I'm going to tell you 3 reasons why I think that Disney keeps remaking all their old Disney classics, and when I think it's going to stop.
Great Scott!
The first reason that I think Disney keeps with the remakes is pretty simple. Disney bought Marvel and just got off of a decade of successful movies, with Endgame being a big finale, ranking in a new box office world record with profits of over $2 billion. To put that into perspective for you, Walt Disney could have built the original Disneyland 116 times with the same amount of money. They even beat out Avatar for the #1 spot, even though technically they had to sucker in repeat visits with a re-release and bribe fans with posters. I see what you did, Disney. Which all this just goes to show how powerful Avatar was in the box office. Nonetheless, I think Disney's trying to make lightning strike twice like it already did once with Marvel. This time with a decade of classic remakes. And what movie will they pick for their grand finale that they end the journey with? My guess is going to be live action Moana. Of course, like Marvel, there's really no such thing as an endgame. That's right, these mega companies will always find a reason to bang that drum one more time.
Hello? Hello? Hello?
So that's one reason. But I think there's more. The second reason is Disney parks are always overcrowded, the lines are ridiculously long, and Disney World, for example, with over 70,000 employees, is the largest single location employer in the entire country of United States of America. They're also one of the largest locations of power consumption in the entire state of Florida, probably the largest, but I can't confirm that. During Christmas, they use more than 700,000 LED lights, so that's good. But if you made one long row of Christmas lights with all those lights, that would light up a road for 96 miles.
I got it.
So what's their solution?
You'll get another one.
I will.
A better one.
A better one.
That one.
What one? That one? Aye, that one.
But this time it's going to be digital, one that can come to you instead of you having to go to it. That's right, Disney Plus is their next theme park that's in the making. Accessible anywhere, not just on the edges of the country or other parts of the world. And it's more affordable, and it's open 24/7, less staffing, less power, less pollution on the world. And all these remakes are going to be part of the incentive program to get people to add and or replace their Netflix subscriptions with Disney Plus. So today's survey question is this: do you like that they keep remaking all these old Disney classics into live action films? Live action.
You keep using the word. I don't think it means what you think it means.
Or would you rather they bring up new stories instead, like they did with Moana? There are more reasons, like keeping these characters fresh in your mind so that way the rides at the parks don't seem old and outdated. But the third reason that I'm going to pick here is the creativity pool is a little bit on the low side at the moment.
Solid burn.
Now this is in no way discrediting the talented creators Disney currently has, but we can't ignore the absence of one of their best creators that they've had in a long time. Let's look at some of the original movies that prove my point here, that Disney recently came out with in the last few decades. Wreck-It Ralph, Princess and the Frog, Coco, Moana, Zootopia, Big Hero 6, Toy Story, Tangled, Up, WALL-E, Bolt, Ratatouille, Meet the Robinsons, Finding Nemo, Beauty and the Beast, the 1991 version. John Lasseter played a huge role in all these movies. That's right, all those movies. And that's just the tip of the iceberg.
Iceberg, right ahead!
And regardless of if you think he should or should not be gone at Disney at the moment, he is, and the creative energy he brought to the table is gone, and it's causing a vacuum in their creative space. Now, I do think Disney will recover and find new creative direction to inspire new awesome movies and new adventures and new characters. But regardless, I think a big reason why they chose now to create these movies is because it's not nearly as challenging to create something like live-action Aladdin as it would be to make a whole new world. Like Moana, with all the new characters, histories, locations, rules of that universe, villains, heroes. You know, there's a lot going into that. With Aladdin, the entire time you're watching, all you're doing is comparing it to the original Aladdin.
Do you trust me?
What?
didn't stutter. I said,
Do you trust me?
And trying to figure out what scenes are changed and what scenes stayed the same.
this is it?
Oh, what did they leave in there? What did they take out?
Don't you dare.
I dare you. I double dare you.
If we're gonna be honest, there's little to no suspense watching these movies because we already know how it's gonna end. And we already have our characters picked out. There's no discovering a new character or anything like that. It's all already made up for us. We know Scar loses in the end. We already know what all the characters are like. There's no discovery of characters to fall in love with all over again. So unfortunately, I think we probably have a decade of seeing these live action remakes of the old classics. Now, I'm not against all these remakes. I just think they should spread them out a little bit more and give us new stories in between. If I had to guess what grand finale video that they would at least slow down the remakes on, I'm gonna guess it's Moana. And of course, that would be an epic remake that I would totally want to go see. Can you imagine The Rock as Maui? I mean, who else would they cast for that except for The Rock? Realistically, I don't think we're ever going to see an end to the remakes though.
Yes, it goes on and on, my friend.
Because like they just came out with Frozen not too long ago, and eventually one day we're going to see a live action version of Frozen. And then new movies down the road they haven't even thought up yet, eventually we'll see a live action version of that.
Yeah, why?
How does this work?
Ow.
Stop it, Sven. Try and focus here.
Because those are all the low-hanging fruit on the tree, so it's way too easy to pass up on from the studios. I mean, have you seen the amount of money these things bring in? If you like this shirt, you can get it at crazynate.com. Subscribe so you don't miss our next adventure. Let me know how you feel about all these remakes that Disney keeps making. Let me know what movie you want to talk about next, but remember, most importantly of all, gents and gentlets, share a smile. They are contagious.